Thank you. Hi, everyone. Hello. My name is Fernando Angulo. I actually love to have some challenge, and coming here today, it was a challenge because we were a little bit late, and we say, okay, it's here nearby, and it was not so close as we thought. But the thing that I want to talk to you about today is about the meaning of content strategy. Why? Because there's two main points. First one, content in 2018 is like everything. It's the whole system of marketing. And the second thing, it is really bad organized by most of the companies everywhere in the world. I was in the last 3 years in about 65 countries, visiting more than 200 cities, and I have to say this. This is a big problem for our industry. Why? Well, first, take a look at this. Well, this is me. Take a look on next. I'm going to talk about 4 challenges for the market today. First one is culture, or the lack of culture in your office, in your agency, or in your way of doing that. I don't mean culture as people. I mean the culture of content marketing, putting some organized stuff in your backpack and going to the next level with content strategies. The second thing, the second challenge is about checkbox mindset. So I'm going to my job at 8 in the morning, I finish at 5 o'clock, that's okay. But the main important thing is you don't need to work as much as you think, because you have all the tools to reduce the volume of the work and to increase the production of the quality of the job that you are doing. And the third one is time or lack of it. Everybody needs time. We're not going to talk about that as well. And the fourth point is about the future, about predicting the future. How much money, how much time you need to invest in future productions of content. So let's start with the first. I'm going to be a little bit fast because, as I said at the beginning, I really love challenges, and I have about 200 slides, and I have only 20 minutes. So we were asking several agencies all over the world about their challenges, and we found out that only 9% of them, they actually had something really similar to a content plan. Only 9% in the whole planet, which is a lot of people. We are also asking them about what are your problems, what are your main difficulties when you're creating some content. And most of them, they were telling us, it takes some time to create a content plan. Okay, that's the main problem. The second problem is it's a challenge to create a target audience and create content for them. So if we are thinking to create a piece of content, you need to create about the person who is going to consume that content. Okay, you cannot create content for everyone. That was some of the problems that we faced as well in our company. Again, more problems. Most of them, they say, understanding the target audience is also a big problem. And creating a balance between creativity, where create content for people, or optimization, creating content for Google, for robots, right? So what we need to do? We need to have that balance, but that's one of the challenge. Okay, more problems? The next problem is about monitoring what the industry is saying about your company, your products, your services. Monitoring all the mentions that people are saying about you is something like you need to use brand 24 all the time, because you need to understand what people are saying about you. That's the big challenge. There is not a person, a content person, who is monitoring all this kind of stuff. So those 4 challenges, we need to fix them. How are we going to start doing this? So first of all, let me ask you a question. What comes first, the content or the purpose? You can say, of course, the purpose, right? But let me show you this example. You know this logo? It's a very well logo. We have designers in this room. Designers? No. Okay, you're a designer. What do you think? How much is the price for this logo? Okay, that's very Interesting, because the price for this logo is $5 million. You were close. $5 million for this crazy logo. And you can see the teeth of the lion, the tongue of the lion is quite big, right? And because of the direction, which is heading to the right, because of the name of the industry, this is a luxury hotel in the Bahamas. Well, this is a network hotel. We have the same hotel in every country in Europe, I believe. You have as well here in Poland. So, can you represent this logo as this little fellow? Okay, it's not that ugly, right? This is a giraffe. His name is Yoshi. And Yoshi is today one of the symbols of the Carl's Resort Hotel. Why? Because they know very well their target audience. Let me tell you the story of Yoshi. So, a couple of years ago, actually 8 years ago, a family, they were resting in one of the Ritz-Carlton hotels in Bahamas, and one of the kids, he forgot his toy, Yoshi, in the hotel. That's a very common situation for any family. But the thing is that the next week, when they return to home, they say, "Where is Yoshi?" And the father say, "Okay, we cannot find it." And the kid was crying. If you have kids and you know how they love their toys, you're gonna know that they're gonna suffer, they're gonna cry, they're gonna say a lot of things, but they need their toy right now, right? And the thing is, okay, the father was saying, "I need to call to the hotel." He called to the hotel, to the lost and found department, and they say, "Okay, yes, Josh is here. He was in your room. Can you deliver to us, please, as soon as possible?" "Sure, no problem. 3 days." Okay, 3 days more of hearing a crying kid. Can you do it something more quicker? Okay, give us 1 hour. 1 hour to solve his problem. And the problem was solved this way. This is the solution. So, hi kid, this is Yoshi. He's not lost. He's just prolonging his vacation in the Ritz Hotel. He's resting here in one of the hammocks. He's taking a good time, but also he's meeting some new friends, some real friends, some other toys that kids are losing over there. So he's taking a good time here. He's not lost. And of course, he needs to work. We hired him. He's working right now with us because he needs to pay for his stay in the hotel as any other user here. And of course, he needs to rest because he's working hard. He's working a lot every single day. And of course, he's working as an assistant patrolling all the perimeter. So they created this small story as part of their service because they knew very well their users. They knew very well their clients. And can you imagine the reaction of the father after seeing these pictures? He was really impressed. He was so amazed that he called CNN, Fox News, CNBC, and they say, "This is how the Ritz-Carlton Hotel reacted to my problem. This is how they solved my problem." Actually, this story became very, very famous. And for the hotel staff, what do you think it was their reaction? It was like another working day. Nothing really special. Because this is how companies need to face their problems with content. This is part of the content, right? The content strategies need to be very creative. Why? Because they need to understand the user's problem and solve them very well. And of course, we have other type of solutions. We have data. We have a lot of analytic stuff. For example, you need to understand two things that we understood in our time. First one is that you need to create the portrait of your user and the portrait of your buyer user. There are two different guys. For example, the user persona, as most of you, if you are marketeers, have heard, the user persona is the guy who's going to start his job and he's going to work with tools that the company offers him at the beginning. The buyer persona is another different person. That's the guy who's going to accept the bill. He's going to accept the bills, that he's going to take the decisions of selling something, of buying something. There are two different personas. The buyer persona and user persona, in most of the cases, are not the same persona, as you can see here. And we create content for both of them. We create content in PR news, in Forbes, 500 different type of contents for buyer persona, the decision makers. And we create another type of content, webinars, we create blog posts for user personas. We create content for both of them, understanding what they are looking for. Just as an example, as you can see here, this is one of the tools that we have. It's called Keyword Magic Tool. With this tool, you can understand, of course, the meaning of keyword research 1.0, 2.0, and of course, if you can change one of the general keywords, one of the broad keywords, into a question, you can be very close to understand the intent of the search. For example, as you can see here, I have the United States database. I said sad cat. Okay, sad cat is a very general question. Yes, sad cat, which is very interesting. One of the main questions is why my cat is sad. This is the most popular question. If we take as an example, for example, this other tool. This tool is called Answer the Public, and this is going to give you more understanding about the subtopic, the cluster of topics in relation to a keyword, for example, or to a phrase. Take a look at this. I picked up a country, Netherlands, and I say to these tools, okay, I want the top 5 questions in regards of the Netherlands. As you can see here, USA people, they're asking about the Netherlands. The next, where is the Netherlands? What is the Netherlands? Is Amsterdam in the Netherlands? Is Holland the same as the Netherlands? What are people from the Netherlands called? Dutch, okay? United Kingdom, is the Netherlands in the EU? Is wheat legal in the Netherlands? How to move from the Netherlands, from the UK? What language is spoken in the Netherlands? Completely different type of questions. India, what time is in the Netherlands? What's the capital of the Netherlands? How to get a job in the Netherlands? Norway, what to do in the Netherlands? Why is the Netherlands uniform orange? Can you drink tap water in the Netherlands? So for every single country, if you take a country as a person or if as a user persona, you can see so many different queries that are matching the intention of those people. So people from the United States are interested in geography, people of the United Kingdom are interested in legal drugs, people from India are interested to take a new job. You can see that on their questions, how they are searching. And of course, if you are trying to define your target audience, you need to select them very well. Just imagine, change the name of the country with your product or your service, or use tools as brand 24 to understand the sentiment of your target audience. And of course, we have tools like this. For example, you can see here how popular is a topic, what is the resonance of a topic. You can understand how well they're solving the people's problem and the original URLs. And of course, we have the second challenge. So we're building a content strategy. We're trying to understand the culture, but we have the challenge of the checkbox mindset. When I was last time in Norway, I was taking a look of an agency, how they are working with the content. And I saw this. Today's task. First task, create new blog post. Second, write blog post. Third one, publish the blog post. That's it. I'm going home. And I was saying, no, that's not the way you need to do that. And some guys say, but Fernando, that's the way we're working, and it's working. Okay, how many clients do you have? I have 2 clients. That's the problem, because you are not creating any single step, one, of monitoring results. Second, to reach the goals. Where is your content plan for this? So, how we can solve this? First, let's think again, solving people's problems. Second thing is about to create content, but not once per year. You need to create constantly content really good, with really good quality, but in a constant way. And of course, the solution for this is thinking about KPIs, thinking about metrics and how to measure those metrics. Without a metric system, without a system to measure your results, you're going to be creating content just for creating content, nothing else. Let's take a look at some of the metrics that you need to take a look. User behavior, you have all those KPIs. You don't need to use all of them. Just a couple will be nice. Page views, average time on page, bounce rate, traffic sources, tools for measuring this. You can use, they are mostly free, Google Analytics, Crazy Egg, Charbit is amazing for measuring all of these things. And of course, engagement. One of the tools one of the metrics that I really love, engagement, KPIs, mentions, incoming requests, republication, comments, shares. Use only a couple of them when you are publishing something. It really works very well. And another thing, for measuring engagement, you can use social media analytics platform. Of course, you can use HotSuite, Pro Social, Mention, and other type of tools. And of course, SEO outcome. If you are an SEO guy, if you are an SEO people, as we're gonna have here later, you need to understand how much organic traffic you are receiving. You need to understand how many backlinks, the quality of the backlinks. You need to have those KPIs in order to understand, are you doing a great job, or you are just working for the task, the checkbox mindset. SEO metrics. SEO metrics are well explained in Google Analytics, Webmaster Tools, SEMrush as well, or Google Trends. You can find how popular is a topic in Google Trends as well, and the seasonality of those. And one of the questions that we were asking to some agencies was, what is the #1 metric? Okay, I don't want all of them. And the #1 metric for most of them is the sales lead quality. We are creating content to create more business. That's the reality. We are creating content to engage the user, to touch them in some time in the future. He's gonna buy from us. He's gonna convert into a user, into a subscriber, or into something else. Company revenue, again, KPIs. You need to measure this. This is the most important KPIs for any businesses. Without this, your company is not gonna grow, because you need to measure the growing and the dynamics of growing of your company. Existing lead touched, new leads generated, return on investment, the most important thing, ROI, conversion rate, cost per acquisition. And again, you need to use tools like any CRM system. We really love HubSpot or Salesforce or Sugar. You can have as well this formula in a big desk in your wall. Conversion rate is equal conversions through clicks. You need to have that. Okay, so that's the second problem. You can fix the checkbox mindset just adding some KPIs to your strategy. And of course, you don't need to use any single metric or any single KPI. For each type of content, you need to have at least one or two. One of the objectives of the company that we surveyed as well were, for example, in 2018, the most important digital marketing objectives are increased lead generation, increased sales revenue, and of course, improve brand awareness. A couple of years ago, improve brand awareness, the exposure of the brand was the first objective. Right now is lead generation. Through content, you gain more business, and it's working. Again, tactics. Content marketing is definitely the key in 2018. Why? Let's take a look at the tactics. Content marketing is the most important one, then big data, then artificial intelligence and machine learning. These all are strategies in digital marketing world. Then you can see marketing automation, then you can see Internet of Things, online PI, email marketing, and affiliate programs. The most important right now is content marketing. Again, you can start creating your content plan, you have KPIs, you have the culture of using tools for making reports, for understanding the picture of your user, your buyer persona, your user persona. And again, you need to select the content that you already have in order to do an inspection. You need to do a content audit. Why? Well, first, you can check if your content is 100% original or not. This is a tool that we use for several years. The name is Plagiarism Checker. This is from our friends from Small SEO Tools. You just select the text that you have in your website or the one that you want to publish tomorrow, and you're gonna find if it's plagiarized, if it's copied from where the sources, you're going to find the sources, and the percentage of plagiarism of that content that you want to publish. Again, you can use this tool, this is an SEMrush tool, just for an audit of your actual content. As you can see here, your URLs, the content that you have already, we can find out, and of course, every single metric that we have there, every single menu that you can see here are the ones that you need to improve, that you need to make better in order to rank higher in Google. And you can also see how the topics that your competitors are about to publish are working right now, and just make a comparison. I want to publish about Lego toys, but my competitors, there is another e-commerce, they want to publish about them as well. I need to compare what's the source of the success of each post. Is social media, are links, what type of a strategy they are using. You can see that here. As you can see as well, we have the third challenge, and we are good on time. Yes? Okay, I have 5 minutes. I just thought about that. Do you have time for all these tasks? There are a lot of tasks. If you are a marketer, you need to live a crazy lifestyle because there's a lot of things to do. First of all, you need to think about being organized, about having everything in a content calendar, for example, and having all the timing, the perfect timing of publishing something on the internet, the perfect channels, the timing. Is going to be the best day Sunday, is going to be the best time 3 o'clock or 3 p.m. And of course, you need to see how to solve all of this with tools. First of all, you need to have some intelligence here, and we have tools designed to do that. This is the SEO writing assistant, and as you can see, this is a gamification for copywriters, for content publishers. You can write your content and receive already some scoring. It's a good test. People are going to read this. Google is going to accept this. Google is going to crawl this. And are you adding all the semantic-related keywords to this type of content? You have this for Google Docs, or you can use for WordPress as well. Same thing. Or you can do it even better. You can use artificial intelligence. There are tools that are already working with natural language generation. You have Excel sheets, you have all the information, you're an accountant, you're an economist, you're a financist. You need to have your text as well next to your Excel sheet. For example, this is another tool. The name is Wordsmith. You have only the spreadsheet, and the text is already the computer, the robot, the artificial intelligence is already creating a beautiful text based on their knowledge on the internet. So the knowledge is massive. And this is something that you can use today for your benefit. Another challenge, this is the last challenge, this is predicting the future. This is how it's going to be your future. You're going to invest your time or you're going to invest your money. First, 60% of the companies that we have survived are spending about $2,500 or $5,000 in content because they are good. Your decision, time or money? What do you have more? I don't have time, I don't have money. Okay, but maybe we can have money because time is really, really low for everyone. Let's go with time. In-house costs for content producers. If you want to hire someone in the United States, sorry, I didn't found any details from Poland, but this is the Indeed job site from the United States. An average salary for a content marketer in the United States, $73,000 per year, which is a little bit more, if you can see here. An SEO is $62,000. So content marketers are getting more money because their jobs are really needed. Again, if you want to hire someone in the United States, for a year you need to pay at least $400,000 because of the salary, health insurance, bonuses, pay increase, HR department. So it's very expensive. Let's think about in-house tools because you're going to hire someone and you need to give them tools. They're not going to work with the paper, for example. Tools, at least per month, $60,000 or $1,000. And you need all of those tools in order to be the better. For example, content creation tools, social media sharing tools, brand monitoring tools. Brand 24 is one of the best here. Websites analytics tools, Google Analytics. This is the set of tools that we are using right now in our company. So we are paying a little bit more than $1,000 per month because we are with the business version, corporate versions. Okay, agency. Hire an agency. You don't want to have a guy working for you because it's very expensive. The medium of hiring an agency is $2,500 per month, or the highest is $10,000 per month. The lowest is $1,500 per month. Okay, an agency. Let's see a freelancer. I don't want to hire an agency. Freelancer. So freelancers are starting from $35 per piece of content, and of course, they are the ones that can offer you $3,000 per content with images, videos, and well-curated stuff. Okay, that's also very expensive. What I need to do? Okay, you need to remind that a freelancer is going to consume your time because you need to manage them, you need time to edit their stuff, and you need a time to communicate with them because they can be working from Bali, from Indonesia, or wherever part in the world. Advertising cost. It's not just about creating content, you need to advertise it as well. So most of the companies that we surveyed are expending per piece of content at least $500 or $5,000. How you can spend so much money promoting content? Facebook ads, LinkedIn, Google ads, you have all other options. And again, it's about the money, it's about the future, it's about what you want to do with your results. And remember that, keep content costs really down. Remember, Joshi is about knowing really well the user, and of course, it's about mobile, it's about images, and more important, it's about getting organized with your content marketing culture. And that's it for me. Thank you very much.